fart.
Make sure my phone won't vibrate.
I'm excited. I've never had this before.
It looks fire.
I don't know if that's involved.
Sir, whenever y'all want to start.
Alright.
Do you have to play music first, or you just what are you doing?
We just been going in because you can't really even hear the music.
Oh.
Just add that post at it. So you just let me know when you ready. Everybody good?
We good.
Everyone's
Thumbs
good.
up. Alright.
So you say you already rolling?
Yep.
Recording video and everything?
Yep.
You good?
Yep.
I good. Welcome, everybody. You are watching the Bottle of the Bottle podcast. I think this is like episode number 20. I am your host, Charlie 3 times, a.k.a. the last of the dinosaurs, a.k.a. Big Harambe back. I got my co-host with me.
Hey, it's Jigg. We all know.
And we got a very special guest today. I got two people from my favorite, now I will say my favorite restaurant right now, because I've eaten there a lot. And y'all got the pastries, the drinks, the food. So, my favorite restaurant, Foko. Y'all can introduce yourself.
My name is Josh Gonzalez. Foko. I don't have any nicknames, but
My name is Paco, and I go by Paco Garcia.
AKA Don Recio.
Recio.
That means Mr. Fast. 'Cause, you know,
It means Mr. What?
Mr. Fast.
Mr.
Mr.
Fast. Mr. Fast.
Because you run fast, or
Because I cook fast.
Because that was going to be
Yeah.
my next guess was that you cook fast, because that's most of the time why we come to y'all, because we know we're gonna get our food really fast.
Quick.
And it's fire.
It's fire.
If you haven't been to Foko is in Logan Street Market. It is my favorite restaurant. I remember I used to never catch y'all. I would get there 3:15, closed. It was terrible. Every time I see them walking down in the parking lot dancing, I'm like,
The early
They
hours.
closed.
Well, they're definitely off. They definitely missed out. Well, Josh brought us tequila today, so normally we supply the bottle, but they were nice enough to supply the bottle this time. I think y'all are the first guests to do that, which I think speaks to
Character.
non-Americans. But tell us about it, because I actually know nothing about this.
It's a silver tequila, Fortaleza. It's like a 5th generation farm. And that's about all I know.
Not to put you on the spot, I didn't know if this was like something like.
It's my favorite silver.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like kind of home bat for you or something.
Nah,
like that.
just my favorite silver tequila.
That bottle is
The
shiny.
bottle is
I
fancy.
did
I
like
was
the
like,
bottle.
That bottle is fancy.
the cork is like handmade. It's supposed to resemble like the agave plant.
Okay.
Ooh.
So we're gonna take a shot first, and then I will pour the non-chaser ridden shots of tequila that we'll sip on with ice, because we're gonna do it like the homies do it today.
I will.
They showed up with no chaser, and I was like, oh,
We are real
Okay.
Mexicans.
that's how we're gonna do it like they do it in Mexico today.
Me and
So-
Jigg have been like throwing it in the air so much. We eventually gonna do it. One day we're gonna get up and go to Mexico. We like,
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
y'all
I
have to go.
have to go. Let's take this shot though, because that's the first thing that I want to kind of talk to y'all about. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Ooh, this feels good. Cheers, Josh.
Saludcita, man.
Saludcita.
this smells amazing.
Whew. I enjoy that a lot, actually.
Super smooth.
It is very nice.
It doesn't have like
Wow.
a big like
Nah.
Yeah.
or
I'm about to
anything.
pour Spencer one on them. You know he's a tequila drinker.
You like
Spencer, would you like some?
Anytime I drink a tequila, I pour him up a shot. 'Cause I know.
The last couple I've taken a shot.
Oh yeah, you had.
So, what part of Mexico are you all from?
I was actually born in Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
but my parents, shout out Kentucky.
BKY.
My parents are from Michoacan, Mexico. It's on the Pacific coast,
Okay.
3.5 hours southwest of Mexico City.
Very nice. Have you been there before?
Yeah, I was really fortunate. I grew up going like every 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then as an adult, I go back about every 3 years. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
What's your favorite part about it?
my parents are from a really small town, so like that community vibe, like
Can't get
everyone
that.
knows everyone.
Can't get that here. Maybe like in New York, you gotta get a little bit of it.
It's hard, but that's actually why we like. I think why we like Shelby Park a lot because we get to see a lot of the same faces all the time.
Yeah, there's like community there, like it's like a family at
Facts.
this point.
Yeah, that's one of the things that we've been talking about a lot more recently is how, Logan Street in particular has a very strong community sense about it.
Mm-hmm.
You have people who are coming in over and over again. Charlie says, lots of camaraderie, to say it in his words. Do you think that helps you all kind of like feel good about having your place within there?
Absolutely, yeah. Because obviously, you have like the word gentrification gets tossed around a lot.
I got into some spill. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I got into some arguments on Twitter, and I had Logan Street Market's back, and a lot of other people did too, and it came to a nice understanding. But I'll bring that up later.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to rush.
We want to have a whole talk about that one because there are a lot of opinions floating out there.
What part of Mexico are you from?
I'm from the state, like Mexico City,
Okay.
but the outside.
Okay.
Probably like 45 minutes from Mexico City.
Okay.
My mom is from Tlaxcala, which is like 2 hours out of like Mexico City.
Okay. How long you been in America?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Okay, so this is home now then.
Bless, for real. Like, I feel,
It's home now.
yeah, like all my friends, like all the connections that I have built, like you guys, like, I don't know, like, I don't think I can just go back and
Just like
erase everything. Like,
Yeah.
like, I've been asked for my mom, like, hey, when are you coming back? But I feel like part of me is already here.
Yeah.
You still go back and visit all the time?
Yeah, I visit, yes.
I hear you. It's hard, like, once you're an adult and you start to make all these connections and got stuff going, it's just like,
Friends,
Right.
man.
like hard to leave.
Family, like
Really, though, yeah.
Josh and I, he's my brother.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So are you all related?
Uh-uh.
No, just like by heart.
Yeah.
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 I love that. So how did y'all meet then?
So we met at when we were working at Con Huevos.
Okay.
Yeah. That was like
Oh.
5 years ago now.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out Conway, that's just fine.
Yeah.
And
Shout out
Con
that. We were there this
Yeah.
morning.
Wow,
Yeah.
Can Huevos is your family? Or
No, just friends.
Just friends,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
See, I always thought that it was all like family related. But so Foko is its own separate entity of just you two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This makes more
We
sense.
split off and did because Paco was the executive chef there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was managing, and then the time came
Yeah,
for us
y'all
to.
had all y'all needed was like
Yeah.
everything y'all needed was y'all. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
so who's making these pastries?
Yeah, that's a whole ass another story.
Who's making these pastries?
Yeah. So his name's Diego, our pastry chef. He's from Oaxaca, which is like the furthest south of Mexico. Is it the furthest south?
Mhm.
Or
It's like a
Chiapas?
mountainous city,
Mountainous
correct?
city,
Yes. Like the city is surrounded by the mountains. He was on a tour through North America. He's a big traveler. He's a biker. He loves traveling. He was traveling through North America, and he was visiting someone from here that takes a group of students to Oaxaca every year. And he came into Con Huevos once. He was supposed to stick around for like just a few days, and he ended up sticking around for a month. He just partied and just traveled for a month while he was here. And he was like, all right, fuckers, like if y'all ever come to Oaxaca, let me know. And then he hit us up like the month that we opened. Actually, no, the week that we opened. And he was like, hey, y'all, I met a girl from Wisconsin, and we're moving to Louisville. Do y'all have a job for me? And we were like, fuck yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
so
so
much.
he just stuck around and just developed the bakery program. Yeah.
And it is gas. If you haven't ate the fucking bake,
Foko got the best donut in the city.
Yeah.
city we gonna say the city, maybe the state.
Maybe the
Maybe.
state. Maybe I have to stop myself from ordering them too much so that I can keep my excitement.
Those donuts are magic.
God.
For real.
They're so good.
I don't know how he does it.
And Charlie came home one day and said, I think I had the best donut I've ever had in my life. And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah. Then I ate it, and I was like, this might be the best donut I've ever had in my life. He said he thought I was lying. But, I mean, like, you hear best donut ever, and then you don't really think that it really is, like, the best donut ever. But it, like, really, low-key is the best one.
It's a big praise, man. I appreciate that.
Fuck. And that chicken sandwich is crazy. And the fact that it's different every time. It's still crazy.
Is that on purpose or on accident or what?
I think it's what they got.
You know, we have to work very hard to find the best, like fried chicken sandwich. So that we were tasting out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So y'all was experimenting.
Yeah. So part of like when all the restaurants shut down, or when we really got hit in March, we kind of switched the menu up to be like a little bit more like comfort food. So that was a new menu item. So, I mean, the awesome thing about Paco can make anything taste good. I mean, he just understands.
I don't think I've ever had a bad meal from you all.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, y'all have saved us numerous times. Like, and whenever we can't think of what to eat, so I was like, okay, we're gonna go to Foko.
Yeah.
Like, if we're indecisive, it's like we know that we can come get food that we're gonna be happy. It's gonna be comforting. Like, you all really have what I would consider one of the top restaurants in the city right now.
Appreciate that.
You really do.
Definitely. I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Salud.
Salud. So then, how long have you been cooking for?
How long? What?
How long have you been cooking?
10 years. Like the 10 years that I've been here, like I started as a dishwasher, but I have like a small task to like cook something. But yeah, about like 10 to 9 years.
And how long were you at Con Huevos?
4 years.
But you already been cooking before you got here, like.
No.
So you just learned everything from cooking chicken here?
Wow.
Yes. My first day working in a restaurant was a Derby day.
Oh man.
The dishwasher,
Oh my gosh, they
Yeah.
just threw you to the wolves
the
first
dishwasher
day.
didn't show up. I got the opportunity, and I was just like, why not? And the funny thing that in that day, I've been telling this story like a lot. I'm getting bored, but my first job in Derby day, like all the servers and the cooks were like waiting for the horses. Yeah. I didn't have money. It was my first job in the United States. The guy that took me to that restaurant, he borrowed me money to bet. And my 2 horses end up like actually winning the race.
Oh man!
And so I got all the money. Everybody was super pissed because like he just showed up like that first day.
He's like, I love America.
That was a sign for real.
Where were you working at the time?
Mayan Cafe.
Okay. Wow.
Shout out Mayan Cafe.
Yes.
Shout out to the Mama
One of the best restaurants in town.
You've not. We went one time for dessert because they were closed, but we've had it, just not there because they used to cater at Copper Kings all the time.
Shout out my cafe, yeah.
The Lima Beans is
the Lima Beans
some good stuff.
The truth, for sure.
Wow, so that's amazing. Like, show up, bet, win all this money, and then what happened from there?
What happened from there?
When did you start actually cooking instead of washing dishes? Because I know washing dishes, that's how I started in the kitchen. And you can't do that for too long.
Yeah, no. I wanted to learn, and I would remember just like the dishwasher machine was like here, and then it was the line, and I would just look at the guys like how they were cooking until one day somebody quit. Then they moved me to the cook position, and I started cooking. And then I worked in some other restaurants. I went to culinary school, and then I became the executive chef of Con Huevos.
Okay.
And then we opened Foko.
Oh, so you went to culinary school? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, that's dope.
So do you cook too, or are you just the face?
I cook too.
He cooks.
I had to hop in the line a few times while I was working at Con Huevos.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was always a front of the house guy.
Yeah.
And then during COVID, like, we had to lay off everyone, including ourselves. So I had to hop in the line. So
it must be crazy to like have to go in and work, but it's like all kind of going just into the books, you know.
For sure.
How did y'all survive during COVID? I know y'all had to switch things. Y'all started offering a family meal.
Yeah. We just had to like pivot with the times. Like we knew people would be like chilling at home a lot, and there were times when like only 1 or 2 tickets would come in a day. Like we would be sitting there for like 12 hours sometimes. Those first few weeks, we had a soccer ball and we would just. I had the phone on me, and we would just kick around and dance or do something to kill the time.
Man.
It seems like y'all know how to have a good time no matter what, though, because every time we come in there, y'all are. Seems like there's never a dull moment.
Never.
On the other side of the register.
Never.
So to speak on Logan Street again, I know we mentioned getting to it a little later, but I feel like now's a good time to segue. There are a lot of people who mention the gentrification of that neighborhood, the real estate being a major part of it. But when people look at Logan Street, I think that they see it from a different angle if they're not there on a weekly basis.
Right.
You know, like, because I mean, there are certain things that could be priced differently. But I think from the way that most things in Louisville look, you kind of probably feel like you're looking at it from the same lens of like, okay, here comes all these people moving in, setting up shop, taking things over.
Right.
But we always kind of ride on the wave that it is mostly minority businesses that are running the food in there.
Yeah.
Between you all and Zeba and Alchemy, I think Billy's is probably the only white-owned food shop in the whole square.
I think so.
Yeah,
and the cheese shop. They kind of do like
charcuterie. Shout out, but he's cool people.
He's a cool dude. So. So with that being said, from your all's perspective, do you all feel like it's playing into it, or do you think it's more of a need that the neighborhood was missing before that?
Well, I mean, I think like one of the big reasons why we chose Logan Street is we believe in accessibility. Like Paco can cook anything at any like echelon of like restaurants, but we really wanted to create a product that was like accessible. Like you don't have to go out and spend $30 on a meal or spend like $17 on a fried chicken sandwich somewhere. Like you can come in and you can spend $11-12 and get a awesome fried chicken sandwich with local bread or like fresh made bread, a side. So yeah, that, and then I think like anything that you ever start, like the framework was there for the market, but like as time goes on, it's like evolving, and it's becoming what the community needs. So like the bodega, if you compare it from like when it opened to what it is now, like there's a huge change. Like
very different.
So I think it's becoming what it needs to become.
Yeah.
Nothing's
gonna start out perfect. It's gonna start out and then hopefully transform to what people need.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't transform to what people need, it most likely won't last. But I think Logan Street will last because we can go there. We can do everything we need, get everything we need there.
Yep.
As like grocery shopping wise.
And the bodega's prices really aren't that bad.
It's not too different.
I mean, I will grab a bunch of produce and everything, and then I think from what it looks like, you'd think they would surcharge you, but they're really not charging you that much extra money.
And getting free stuff too. Like they giving away the free vegetables every day. So like, we could depend on what's free right there and what they got. Like it makes it easy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, shout out Logan Street. I think they doing something good. I see a lot of my like ethnic homies. Even my homie, he don't got a restaurant there, but he set up like homie does the tomb sauce. He set up there.
The tomb. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love those people. Those people good people. And shout out Tomb Sauce. That shit's fire
Tomb,
too.
yeah. Surge.
Yeah, Surge my dog. Went to high school with Surge.
That's the garlickest stuff I've ever.
Yeah, it's all garlic. And it just tastes.
It's so good.
How do y'all feel about garlic?
I love garlic.
You need garlic.
Yeah, you gotta put it in everything. Like, everything. It's good for you.
Do you disagree?
No, I love it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna be like, there's no way y'all don't fuck with garlic.
No.
I've eaten y'all's food.
That's the base of everything. Onion and garlic, pretty much.
Onion and garlic.
Onion and garlic's how you started off.
So where are your all's favorite places to go, since you all have the best place in the city?
I guess toasty. You seen you had toasty.
Toasties, man.
That fire
Toasties
chicken.
is good.
Depending on the mood too.
Yeah.
Like how we're feeling.
Yeah.
Like, but I really like Yummy Pollo.
I love Yummy Pollo.
Yeah.
She didn't like it.
She didn't
I would
like
get there
I think
every
the
day.
chicken is good. I don't think their sides are all that great.
The size could be better. I think.
But the chicken is good.
The
It's just
chicken.
I just don't get drawn to go there.
I love
But
Yummy Pollo. Could have been because it was close to my mom's house where I used to stay, but
Uh,
chicken, just like the way you look watching it, see it rotate, it was some good ass chicken.
and it's the same every time.
Every time. That's
yeah.
a change. And then the green rice, whatever type of rice that was.
Uh-huh.
That was
How about you?
Damn.
Yeah.
I like chicken to me.
Chicken and me?
Chicken to me, they fire.
Yeah.
Uh,
Red Hog.
Red Hog. Red Hog's really good.
Yeah.
Red Hog.
Shout out Chef Noah, killing it.
no, it's great.
Each had his cute
I worked
bartender
there for
who
a
used to
little
work
bit.
there.
I don't know if I ever saw y'all because I was always there during the day, probably the same time
okay.
that y'all were working.
Mayan Cafe.
Mine Cafe's up there.
Barberi.
Barvetti.
Barbetta's
Barbetti.
great.
Barbetti.
Yeah.
I got a gift card, Barbetti. Y'all gonna see me this week. Oof.
We earned that gift card.
And any taco truck for real.
Anytime.
Any
Las
taco
Gorditas.
truck.
Which one's that?
Las Gorditas, yes.
Las Gorditas. That's the one that be in the parking lot by the Cock Smokers on the corner of like Waterson and Barstown Road.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the one. That's the home taco truck.
And then I have to shout out to my mom. Mom, your kitchen is the best.
Oh, I'm trying to hit up Mom's Kitchen. She makes some tamales.
I was just there, right? That's what I had for dinner today. So.
Oh, I love that.
If Douglas is in town, you know he's gonna come through with the
I
pupusas.
know, the pupusas.
Pupusas?
Tamales.
Oh.
Yeah, my homie's El Salvadorian. He just flew in town.
No
And
way.
every time his mom sends him with a plate of pupusas to give me. So I love him. I love him. Fire. Shout out to Douglas's mom and all the good mamas who be cooking for us.
Yes.
Shout out to my mom.
Sharing
She's
the love.
best. Shout out anyways.
My mama tried hard to cook, and I love it.
I know how to cook because my mom couldn't. It's like I had to teach myself. Otherwise, I wasn't going to eat nothing else but the same 3 meals for my whole life.
What were those 3 meals?
Fried pork chops, shake and bake chicken, and honestly, probably some other variation of a hamburger helper. Or something.
At least she was creative.
I actually don't know what shake and bake chicken is.
I didn't know it was a couple years ago, dude.
Oh, shit.
It's like where you take a chicken breast and then you have this
Flour,
you
chip
did like
mixture.
a breading kind of thing, and then you just shake it up and throw it in the oven and bake it. Like
Damn.
literally exactly how it sounds. Shake and bake.
Sounds great.
My parents were Jamaican, so I was eating. Well, my dad was Jamaican, so I was eating crazy stuff growing up. I was blessed. That's why I learned how to cook, just because my parents cooked nonstop all
Yeah.
the time.
Did you grow up in Louisville?
Yeah, I was born here. I got brothers and sisters who were born in Jamaica. Some still over there, but
Tight.
I was born here. I was the last one, so.
So much spice, man. Like
Yeah.
that. There's nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm finally just not getting to the point where I'm getting tired of hot food. Like,
Really?
yeah, as I'm getting older, it's like I'm getting heartburn. I'm getting like,
Mm,
I'm feeling it now, man. I gotta slow down on this hot food.
getting old sucks, man.
Do you recommend any Jamaican restaurant?
My cousin got a Jamaican restaurant, Rooftop Grill.
Rooftop grill.
That's the only one for real in the city, but it's fire. It's fire.
We gotta check that
It's
out.
the best
Yeah.
in the
And
city.
it's cheap. You can
Curry
go get.
chicken.
You could go get
Oxtail.
like the lunch
Oxtail.
specials is like $9. The chicken, 2 chicken, 2 sides, and a drink for $5.
Yeah, it's like
Wow.
$5.99 for like 2
Damn.
piece chicken meal.
Yeah, so
Okay,
And
check
it's
that
like
out.
seasoned all yummy and whatnot.
yeah,
So
the curry chicken, the oxtail. That's one of my favorite pieces of meat is the oxtail.
Yeah.
So that's fire. And what you get? What they get? The stew chicken.
I get curry chicken
Oh,
whenever I
curry
go.
chicken. Yeah, shout out Rooftop Grill. Shout out to all the restaurants in Louisville. That's one thing we don't lack in the city is good places to eat for real.
Definitely.
Make sure you support your local restaurants because COVID done came through
Get out there.
and tried to wipe people out. If you go out to eat and
They're
it's
still
slow,
trying to wipe them out.
have patience because people are working their asses off right now. More than they already were before all of this started happening.
Definitely.
So,
Man.
Something gotta give though, cause it's like it's getting. I know some cities everything's back, but in Louisville, like bars and restaurants are still taking this hit still right now. Like
Yep.
well, New York is just now opening inside dining at like 15-20%, I think. So this whole time, New York's had to survive off of people solely eating outdoors for the most part.
Yep.
And if you didn't have outdoor space to eat at, then your doors weren't open type shit.
That's delivery. That's wild.
So
I kind of use New York as like that basis. Like, all right, this is what's going on in New York. This is kind of what we can maybe expect.
yeah. I think the difference though, they're a lot more dense than we are. So I think we've been able to kind of, you know, make it considering things are a little bit more spread out.
Yeah.
So, you know, even though that is very true, we should always kind of look to that. It's like, okay, where are we on this gauge? But they are going to deal with it for so much more intense, I feel like, just because they're all on top of each other. Like,
Definitely.
subway on top of each other, the streets on top of each other, like, living on top of each other. So, you know, for us to have been able to, like, inside dining at 30% back in April,
Yeah.
they haven't even made it there
And
yet.
they're not even.
Which is, like, kind of a crazy thing to even think about.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I'm just thinking of Indiana, and I'm like, everybody's like, oh, let's go to Indiana. And if you're not from Louisville and you watching this, Louisville's right across the bridge from Indiana. Your ankle killing you, Spencer?
Yeah.
Let me go get you a chair so you can.
No, you're good.
We got a chair right here too. We got a chair right here. Spencer sprained his ankle. He always come over here with injuries.
Spencer
shit.
injures himself every week.
Just break your ankle, man.
I was trail running.
Oh,
like
shit.
like turkey, you know, like the silo, like turkey run park. Or
Uh-huh.
And I just like, there's like a little stump in the middle of the trail that I just
That sucks.
twisted.
Oh,
It
man.
swelled up pretty instantly.
Yeah.
Be careful when you run.
Oh yeah, man.
Take you some
Have
seat
you
breaks.
sprained that ankle before?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
sprained it like probably 10 times. Probably more than that.
That's the worst, man. Because once you sprain it once, it's like it's prone to like
Yeah, I can
keep
like,
slipping on you.
I can pretty much like bend it or like bend them both.
Yeah.
Pretty too easy. Way too easy.
Have you ever injured yourself on the job?
Look at he probably got burns all over his arm.
Only once. Like, I born a quite.
That's part of the job.
Yeah.
My whole arm is covered
Yeah,
in
just-
burns. He's-
Did you work in
Yeah, I worked in the
kitchens
kitchen
there?
on the line for probably like 5 years.
Damn.
Yeah, I used to, like, it was kind of fun to me. It looked like a video game to me, but
It's exciting.
after a while, like, you got like top dog, it gets annoying. Type
For
thing.
sure.
So,
Where were you working at?
I learned like the line first was Texas Roadhouse.
Nice.
Just do the grill, and then I worked at this country club for like 4 years after that. And I ended up being like line manager. It was cool, making a little money, but it's just like, this wasn't me. Like,
Man.
I'm making country club food.
Right.
Yeah.
There was no love.
We should bring Charlie Pop-Up to
Yo,
Foko,
that
man.
Jamaican
3
Pop-Up.
eggs.
Hey, I could make some fire oxtail, some fire jerk chicken.
Let's
I
do
trust
it.
those
Oh.
I trust those two for sure. It was gas. But I love cooking. I still cook we cook nonstop every day.
Yeah, we cook a lot.
A lot.
I feel
That's how
like
we grew up.
that's like the beauty right now of Foko, like bringing people in and like connecting and expanding our community, and like having somebody else in your kitchen and like just growing that. Just like we just went to Nashville. We've been meeting some friends there, and we are about to like do a pop-up there, and it's just like not for like the sake of like make money, but like to experience and to like being in another kitchen and
you
to like
spread-
bring
you
people
spread
to another
motion,
city
like-
and just like
Yeah.
That's dope.
I think it's so funny. I always see a post and it talks about how real cooks don't like other cooks in the kitchen with them. But I think it's quite the opposite. Like, if you can share the kitchen with someone, actually, who knows what they're doing. Now, obviously, someone who's taking up space and in the way, you don't want that. But
If somebody's
like,
actually cooking, you respect that cooking.
yeah, it's like, why,
That's
like
fun.
it's a really
Definitely.
beautiful energy to cook with other people, and I don't think that enough people really get to experience that with other people. Because I mean, it's an art form within itself.
I just know growing up cooking was separated, like man meats, women sides. It was like nobody I never see my mom and dad co-mingle cooking. Like we co-mingle on meals all the time. She'll do this, I'll do that. We'll feed off each other, but like growing up, it was like my mom cooked, she cooked, my dad cooked. He didn't want nobody in the kitchen touching nothing. But
I don't think I've ever seen my parents cook a meal together.
no, cooking a meal together, that's bonding for real. Like
Yeah.
it's life. We're cooking something we about to both eat, so we both gotta take real good care of it.
Yep. You gotta respect each other's space.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna ask what the differences between, restaurant work in Mexico and then here, but it kind of seems like you all didn't experience much of that before coming over. But is there anything just from visiting that you all would say?
Mm-hmm. It kind of just depends where you're at. Because if you're in like a big city, like last time I went, I was in Mexico City and like Guadalajara, which are just like big metropolitan cities like New York, or like so you have your like fine dining restaurants and you have which is like very similar to here.
But the best food is where?
The market.
The market.
You get the moms like.
If they got two things on the menu,
that's it.
You want something else, go to the next one.
That's right. Yeah. Or you may have like a section where everyone does the same thing and they're like, oh no, my recipe's better. And I'm like, oh no, my recipe's better. But I guess that is something that is very different, like the mercados, the markets down there, because you don't really get to experience that here.
Not at all.
Uh-uh.
And then maybe Logan Street might be one of the closest things.
I think so, for sure.
That's what I was telling her. I was like, it gives me like the vibes like when I went back to Jamaica and just be like walking around and everybody just has what they're good at. And it's like you can pick something from here, pick something from here, pick something from here, and by the end of it, you got your favorite plate in the world.
Yep.
So I love that.
It always is a big question to me, how that seems to be such a staple in so many other parts of the world, and I mean also in parts of the rest of the country too. I don't know how Louisville missed the train on like the market, atmosphere.
Yeah.
But there's really never been anything like it.
It's politics at the end of the day because of the fact that we have so many restaurants, so they can lobby so well, Like even like the trying to have a food truck or a food stall in Louisville is damn near impossible.
It's hard.
Like there's no point in it. But if you go somewhere like LA, easy. You feel me? Because there's just like more people who wants to do that, so they can lobby more for it. It's like there has to be like a guild or a union or something where people gotta all be like, yo, we putting our money behind this because we're not getting the fair share of it.
Was Marketplace like used to be like an open grocery like
on 4th Street?
Like guess. Yeah, I guess. Like, just downtown in general. That's what I thought.
I mean, possibly, because, 4th Street was a whole totally different thing, in the 90s, 80s, whatever. I'm not for sure if that exact space was, but after you saying that and thinking about the way it's set up, I wouldn't doubt it. Because, I mean, I would assume there was a market of some sort down there.
Oh, CBD, by the way, if you didn't know. CBD, legal in Kentucky.
If you get pulled over and they say it smells like weed, just tell them it's CBD.
They cannot search you.
They cannot search you.
They cannot search if your car smells like weed because of hemp is illegal. Hemp is legal.
Good to
so
know.
They say this car smells
that.
like weed. They say so. You cannot be because hemp is legal. We couldn't give you the codes and shit. We don't know the codes properly.
It's a Kentucky Farm Bill.
There's some codes and bills that. So
good to know, man. Good information to know. Shoot.
I would get like a legal CBD pouch or something. Just to
Kentucky cornbread and pouch.
Dot your I's and cross your T's and be like,
hemp.
this is CBD, so I don't know what you're talking about, and that's legal. So.
Dang.
It's a random note.
Shout out to Cornbread Hemp for that little drop of knowledge.
Might throw that on the Instagram for you, Cornbread Hemp. You feel me?
So Charlie, did you grow up visiting Jamaica often?
Nah, man, I went one time for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing. I still got my older sister and my oldest brother still live there. So I got hella family, so we was able to go where they stay. They stay in the mountains, kind of like, just like away from cities. And then we was able to do a week at a resort where we was able to see the bigger city. So it was cool. It was a time of life. I feel bad that I haven't been back in so long, but
I'm trying to go.
I'm trying to go, but
for sure.
It's just different. It's different. You feel me? It's like.
When's the last time you went?
I was 20.
Okay.
So 7 years.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about time. I got brothers and sisters I haven't seen since then.
Do it, man.
Yeah, I gotta go. I just gotta plan it. Cause I'm not a trip planner. I always like go on the cusp. Like, hey, you trying to go? Let's go.
Yeah.
I know. I try to plan a trip, and Charlie's like, "Why do we have to plan anything? Why don't we just wait till 2 days before we leave and then just book it?" And I'm like, because that's how you end up with way more expensive plane tickets
or the cheapest plane ticket. Either the most expensive or the cheapest.
It can go either way.
It's not true, but sometimes it might not work out.
When we went on vacation and we just winged it, and we were just picking places the day before, was it not fun and not?
No, it was, but we booked our flights
because you get the experience of being
We
homeless,
booked our flights well before that. I will say one travel tip that I have learned is that if you do book your Airbnbs as you go, you can find really nice ones that are on sale because it's last minute.
Okay.
So that is not hard to do. But I personally do not like to wait on the plane tickets because sometimes it can go down, but then there's sometimes where they'll skyrocket just depending on where you're going.
Make sure you clear your cookies because if you search the same plane ticket twice, it goes up the second time you search it, and it goes up the third time.
I
you gotta make sure you clear your cookies on your phone. They're getting sued for that right now.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That
makes sense though.
Yeah, I know you seen a ticket for $80 and then came back and it was $400.
What
like,
the fuck?
Nah, it can't be like that. And I done bought like a expensive ticket. I know I should just clear my cookies on.
So have you all traveled much where else, or you all kind of?
I mean, in the States, like Chicago, New York, Miami.
So was you in the service?
Nashville. Yeah, I was in the Navy.
The Navy? How
I
long?
would have not known
8
that.
years.
8 years?
Yeah.
You gotta do your research on the guest.
Okay.
That's why we're here.
I'm about to get his mom on FaceTime.
You did the research. I'm just shocked though at this point. So I did not know that. When did you enlist?
Right after high school. I was 18 when I joined.
Yeah.
So I did like a year and a half active duty, and then I did the rest of the time reserves. So I was here in Kentucky, here in Louisville, but
Okay.
yeah,
I didn't even know they did that here.
Yeah. There's a reserve center just off of Southern Parkway.
Okay, I never knew that.
But I was at Fort Knox mostly.
Wow.
What type of job they give you out there?
Yeah. I was what job I had?
Yeah.
I was a combat medic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Hell no.
He got the life now. He be salsa dancing after that shit. 44 hours straight.
The military is just a whole nother world.
Yeah, my sister's in the military. Shout out to the military people. I don't blame y'all for the bullshit, man. Y'all just working, dog. Y'all doing what y'all gotta do. And y'all looking out for y'all brothers and shit. I don't blame the people in the military. They doing a nice service.
But honestly, like sometimes it's like for me, it was the only way out.
Yeah.
Like my parents couldn't pay for school, and I wasn't gonna take any loans out. Like I was like, all right, what the fuck am I gonna do now? And I had a homie that had just joined, and he was like, dude, you should do it. Like you get money for school, you get to travel. So I was like, fuck it, why not?
I always said it's a good way out, like, cause I was having a conversation with my homie. We was talking about when we was out in LA. We saw like whole groups of like people 19 to say 25 homeless, like a whole group of young homeless people. And I'm like, dog, and he's like, I don't get how you're that young and homeless. And I'm like, well, I mean, cause he's saying, I don't know how you burned all your bridges at this point. Like at 22, how'd you burn all your bridges? You ain't got nowhere to stay to where you just accepting being homeless.
Right.
And I'm telling him that the point is like some people was homeless before that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, some people like were in like foster care, so they get homeless, so they turn 18, they're homeless and stuff like that. And I was like, really the only option is if you ain't got no scholarships, man, you gotta join the army. Like,
you have to, yeah.
You gotta join the military or something.
How else?
I don't knock people for doing that. Like my sister joined when she was 17. And I was like, oh, my
17. Wow,
my dad was 17. He moved from Mississippi to Louisville when he was 15 years old, and then enlisted as soon as he graduated from school.
Yep.
And still in the military to this day. Actually, I asked him today, I said, when are you retire? He was like,
Never.
Oh, he's still in the military?
I don't know.
How many years is that?
He's at 38.
Holy
years?
shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
He said he's trying to get 2 more and retire at 40 years.
Yeah. Yo, props to anyone that stays in that long.
They're gonna send them to war. It's 39th year and 3 and 6
That'd be
Please
fucked
don't
up.
even speak that into existence.
I could not see your dad in war. He's too lax. Like he's too just chill for that. I wouldn't want to be on the line with him. Lord, don't think we should shoot this man. I'm like, you go back in the tent.
My dad rode around on trucks and tested the air for bombs.
Wow.
That's some godlike shit. That's some Christian shit.
But he's been on the line a couple times. He tells me the story about how he was on the line and he said a soldier walked up while they was like in hiding because there was like enemy like groups that were coming towards them. And said a soldier walked up and had a barrel in his face shaking back and forth and was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I gotta go. And he was like, okay, first of all, let's move the barrel from out of my face and talk about this later. You know,
one of the hit soldiers.
Yeah, American soldiers while they were in Afghanistan. I'm pretty sure. And
came to your dad's face.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Damn.
Because my dad was like the sergeant. I don't know if sergeants are in charge. I don't know if he was in charge or if people are also very.
In the army, everybody's in charge of somebody.
Yeah, so,
always.
Everybody's in charge of somebody.
People kind of like are drawn to my dad for comfort in general. He's very Cancer-like energy, the same as me. Mm-hmm. So she just came up and was like, I can't do this shit right now. And he was like, that's fine, but let's move the barrel from between my eyes real quick.
Yeah, shout out to people who go through that, man. I can't do it. I couldn't have went to war. I could have. I probably would have been a great soldier, but it's just like, nah. I just can't live. Like I said, I can't be telling people yelling at me.
Right, yeah.
All this stuff. Like.
Well, and also the lack of care that people get when they come back. You know, they're all fucked up because they've been, you know, around bombings and shootings and everything else in between. And then they come back and they can't function in society. And then America's just like, well, sorry.
So fucked.
Thank you for your service, but we're just going to move on to the next batch.
Wow.
I was at a tank unit in Fort Knox, and they deployed to Afghanistan. They came back from Afghanistan.
Shout out to the troops.
Shout out to the troops.
Shout out to the troops.
For sure.
Shout out to my sister, big sis.
Shout out to my dad.
Clark,
You'll never see this, hopefully.
grandson. She got a nice title on the arm when she fought in Afghanistan. Didn't tell the whole family. We just see it in the newspaper doing shit.
Hey.
We feel you.
She didn't tell y'all?
Nah, why would you tell your family? This is George Bush was still in office type Afghanistan. Like, you know, it ain't now. Like, you feel me? Like, it was real deal.
I see.
I wouldn't have told my peoples either.
Yeah, but what were you saying?
Oh, so I was attached to a tank unit, and they had just come back from Afghanistan 2 months before I joined. Mm-hmm. And almost every single person's in their medical record had PTSD, can't sleep, anger management issues. Like it's wild, and it's sad that the resources aren't there for them to get the help that they need, or it's often overlooked. Like they're just like, no, it's okay. They're Marines. Like they're supposed to be like that.
They're supposed to be the strongest people in the country, so of course they don't have to deal with emotional issues or anything.
People
like
in
that.
this country who never even been to war still got PTSD.
True, that is very true, man.
People see a lot of stuff. Some people grow up seeing abuse. Some people grow up seeing like poverty. Like poverty has PTSD. You grow up being poor as hell.
Definitely.
You definitely got the post-traumatic stress syndrome.
Yeah, because you grow up doing crazy shit, or not crazy shit, but just like survival shit, to where people who haven't gone through that might look at you and be like, "You okay?" But if that's how you had to survive, then that's how you're gonna be. So it definitely makes for some ill-fitting behavior that is unnecessary because it could be dealt with. We always get really deep sometimes, so I hope that's okay.
It happens once an episode.
We always have to touch on something that's... But on a positive note, with PTSD, there's a lot of therapy going on with our good old friend psychedelics to help people talk through those things more. Because we all know how it is when your serotonin gets pumping. You know, you can
let it
talk
all out. You be crying.
Yeah, like things you've never talked about. You just start, letting it out and
What's the group they could look into that could do more research that you dropped the pamphlet for yesterday?
MAPS. So MAPS is all about psychedelic therapy. So autistic adults, they help out. Soldiers with PTSD, they help out. And it's basically trying to showcase how both mushrooms and MDMA or Molly can really kind of like help your brain kind of connect better to kind of let you just open up and talk about things that you normally suppress, which is where that PTSD comes from.
Right.
You're not going to talk about it because you don't want to relive it. However, these triggers come through and kind of make you relive that, against your will almost, unless you're able to actually really sit and talk about it. So,
Can you all speak directly on an experience you've had with
like people,
psychedelic?
like helping people?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do is to get the homies kind of lit and then being like, so what's wrong? And then they're like, "Wah!" And like cry for like 2 hours. And then afterwards they're like, oh, this feels really good. Like I'm not going to name anyone, of
Right.
course, but there have been definitely some people who have like been able to really break down some pretty awful thoughts who I've now been able to see actually progress later on. Which I think is a really beautiful thing to witness,
Definitely.
like seeing someone be very vulnerable about things that they're scared about, and then to see them do what they were scared to do and then become very successful at that. Like,
Right.
that makes me want to cry sometimes
Definitely.
because I'm just like, wow. And, I think that there's a lot of trouble with kind of just making those connections in your brain that allow you to be vulnerable enough even with yourself.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, when that shit hits your system, it's
good
like
thing-
your whole ego
I think
drops.
with psychedelics also is
Yeah.
like allows you other person to become a good listener, because like sometimes you don't want to bother your friends with some bullshit.
True.
A lot of people don't want to talk to therapists. They got whatever about it. So like it allows you just like, especially if somebody's with you on it, it's like allows everybody just to flow and you having that open ear who's ready to listen to whatever you say. I don't know. It's just like
But
I
it's even useful too if the person that is facilitating the conversation is sober.
yeah, but just somebody who's open to hear it, like
Yeah.
and to
True.
be comfortable with somebody who's open to hear it.
You definitely feel like that sense of connectedness where
Yeah.
you can like trust.
Yeah.
So, we had an experience.
Crazy.
Is it the day
like-
that we came in?
I was just like having this on my mind, and I'm right now. I think I'm going through something too, and just like thinking, Diego the biker. I think he's got,
He's our shaman.
He's
pretty
our
much.
shaman.
Like,
You?
Nami,
Oh.
Diego.
No, Diego.
Oh,
Diego
yeah.
is our shaman.
I
our
saw
He
shaman.
sounds
Diego.
like it biking across America.
Yeah, I
Shit.
saw Diego curing my brother, and like making my brother like coming to life and like being his higher self. Like,
It was at Z-Bar.
man.
Hey, my favorite. What happened? Tell me. I need to know.
So he was like, Diego, his brother is very shy. I mean, just like, if you can imagine coming here from a different country where you don't know the language, like society is just like completely different than what you're used to. And like, there's that sense of timidness, there's that fear of like, no one's like me, like, and Diego was really able to break it down and be like dance, like let your body free, like let your body go. I don't know, Paco, you can probably remember some
Yeah,
of
man.
those phrases
Like
better. that
he's
were,
been.
like,
I'm like here, like having all of so much fun and like seeing my brother just kind of shy, and it took him like 2 sessions to actually like break up all of that. But yeah, now my brother is just like alive, like shit. Like I'm like. Thank you, like now he's
He was a child like him, like he was a child kind of.
no, but just like this shit is real for real.
Yeah, it is.
It
It
is
helps
real.
you connect to your higher purpose.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people who go through psychedelic experiences, and the first thing that they say, they're like, I feel like I now have a greater sense of purpose.
It's the ego death, like I said, kind of just like lets you just like takes that little filter that you had that you think you got to filter yourself through for the world to see you. Right. Just like breaks it down and just allows you to just be you, kind of. That's what I look with it.
So like the ego like tries to protect you, like, but then also like when you tell something good to yourself, it's like telling you, okay, but this, and it's like, no, like I'm telling myself like good things to myself, like looking for my purpose. Like for example, today I'm like telling myself like my dreams. Like everybody's got dreams. Like I know you got dreams. You got dreams. You too. But then there is the other little boys that when you go and you are very like into like something that like you can see it more, and it's just like telling you, but this could happen.
Yeah.
The butts.
And it's just like, shit.
You gotta get rid of all those.
Shit, yeah, I'm not listening to you. Like, but yeah, like, I think everybody needs to go through these little stages to like,
and you may
once you go down, you go
times.
up. Like,
you may be good for a couple of years and may have to redo it because the world is gonna be that little voice in your head that's telling you you can't. The world's gonna tell you that every fucking day.
Yeah.
So like that's gonna wear on anybody. Like if it doesn't, you're strong as hell. But like if you got everybody telling you can't besides your maybe 5 friends and yourself, that's gonna wear it down. So like I catch myself sometimes like, but damn, maybe I need to open up again, like get right back to it. You feel me? And I don't say everybody needs to do it. If you are happy in life, do whatever. But like, it works out. It works out for some people. And there's natural things you do like shrooms and such that could help you find what you need, other than these other hard shits that's been floating around the city and stuff. Like
Definitely.
So, yeah.
that's a good way to put it. Like you're happy, you don't need it.
Yeah.
Like but. Yeah.
I'm happy that you all adopted a pastry chef shaman into your
Yeah.
restaurant family.
So he was.
I need to meet this human.
He wasn't a cook beforehand.
Oh no, he's a 3rd generation baker.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it was like.
Yeah.
You can tell. I need to be like, sir.
We have to kick it. We have to have a dinner someday or something.
Yes, I would
I'll
love
kick it.
that.
He will have us right now, like ooh,
Dancing, like
No, he's got such a good energy.
Well, I'm
Like,
definitely happy that he was able to channel that for your brother, because that is really an amazing thing.
now that like I think about it, like in looking at him like way back, like when he was like shy, and like for me, like I was shy when I got here. Like it was kind of normal, but like seeing him like going through that and like becoming like a like happy and very energized, like I'm grateful that we have Diego and that he was able like to do that. Like I don't know if this is the time for me to like tell this.
Nah, this was the show's for. This is what we're here for.
After the C-Bar, we got another, like, we went deep another day. And I saw my brother, like, we went to the house, and I saw my brother, like, throwing, like, before he was just, like, so happy, like, telling everything that happened to him in his life, and, like, just very, very, like, open. And then after that, Diego, my brother, he went to sleep. And then he woke up, and then he started throwing up, like
Purging
all everything. And then Diego, the baker, he's like, "You gotta clean that." I feel like during when we were kids, like I put a lot of pressure on my brother. A lot of like, I don't know, like he always tried to be like me. He was like, by you, Paco, you do this way, you do that way. I gotta be like you. That's what he was telling me. And I was like, but, like, man, I'm sorry. Like, you gotta be you. Go your way. And since that happened, since that day, he's been really, like, taking his, like, power and, like, being himself, not, like, trying to be me. And I'm like, I'm glad that he's who he is right now, like like being happy. And
that's dope.
So Yeah, thank you for bringing that memory. Like, really, like, makes me like looking back and like, I feel kind of guilty. Don't get me wrong, like, because like I did some things that when I was a kid I probably wasn't thinking, but then he became a happy person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't want to change that, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
That's dope.
That is really good to hear.
Yeah, that's good to hear, man. I'm glad we got to talk on that. Go do some research on that. Go Google Maps. I don't know the website, Jigg, man.
Maps.org. Actually, I'm not gonna butcher the actual name because I'm a little lit, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. But we'll put the link up.
The backflip is right here.
The ultimate goal is to have a psychedelic therapy place.
Yeah.
For me,
Do it.
you know,
Speaking of therapy,
really want psychedelic therapy to really be integrated into American healthcare because that shit is gonna help us a lot more than what people.
shout out to the States. So
it ain't all about popping a molly and sweating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about popping a molly and talking about your feelings.
and getting rid of depression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Talking about your feelings.
Letting go and moving
For sure.
on.
But speaking of therapy, what type of therapy y'all get from dancing? I see y'all always
Woo!
out here moving.
Dance therapy.
I see y'all
We know
always
it's
out here
therapeutic.
You have no idea. I mean, like it gives your mind a break.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
And I think it's like basic human needs. Like we need touch, we need movement, we need like connection with someone or something. And dancing provides all of that for you, especially the kind of dancing that we do because it's all partner work.
So how did
dancing.
y'all learn that? Y'all grew up doing that? Like, cause
Yeah,
I seen y'all moving. This ain't nothing y'all just picked up.
I mean, like you know how for Mexicans, like yo. Little Juanito just graduated kindergarten. We gotta throw a fat party. We gotta bring a band. We gotta have a shit ton of alcohol.
Little Juanito doesn't even know what's happening.
So it's like it's ingrained like that. The festivity, the festive part is just like ingrained in us since we're.
That's one thing I do
children.
like about like I don't know what you call it, Mexican dancing, I guess, because like from that culture, like a lot of the cultures, the dancing is a lot in line. Sometimes it's all individual.
Yeah.
That shit is so like face to face.
Definitely.
Like I don't know. I get what you're saying. It does provide that contact that. With a lot of even dancing now, you really know face to face. It's all about back that ass up, like
Right.
turn around, bitch, back that ass up, that shit. And
It's true.
They play a little Hispanic song, some Latino shit, and that motherfucker. And then people face to face now. Now everybody won't get in their feelings.
Nah, it's beautiful. It's
Like the salsa nights you all used to do were always so just.
it's wild.
You was behind that
We used to do a few. Yeah.
at the one at Copper King.
It was. Were you all with that one, or
We
did you?
did. Yeah. I did one at Copper and Kings. We were doing some at the market before COVID.
So I was super thankful because I had the idea because me as being an American, Cinco de Mayo.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
come to Josh and I'm like, Cinco de Mayo, and he's like, no, September. Because isn't it some time in September is like actual...
It's the actual Independence Day. of
Yeah,
Mexico.
actual Independence
Yeah, let
Day.
me know. I be going on Cinco de Mayo. I be going to the restaurante and what's my place called? We be going.
Where?
Me
El Mocajete?
the place with the
Oh.
restaurant, grocery store.
Thanks are good.
La Guadalajara.
No, it's
No.
La Mexicana.
Mi Preferida.
Mi
Oh, Mi
Preferida.
Preferida,
Yeah.
That's where I be going.
So, I was just thinking that because I think Cinco de Mayo fell on a Tuesday this year.
Yeah.
So I knew that was going to be feasible. But then you were like, nah, you're like September. And like, I really at some point just want y'all to have just this like fucking baller ass fucking all Latin turnt shit. Like, like it needs to happen
It's good.
because
I
y'all
can't wait.
throw down. Y'all really do.
I gotta get my salsa up.
Were you that we did that Cinco de Mayo one, right?
Where?
At Copper and Kings?
Oh,
I
yes.
think so.
Were you there when that happened?
Yes, like the salsa event.
The one we did on the second floor?
Nah, that was lit.
That was crazy, dog. Damn,
That was
that was
good memory.
But you in there?
But also like
I'm not. If I don't think I was there.
Not sure.
Cinco
No,
de-
because I was in. I would have been in. LA, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It was 2019, right?
Nah, that was like
18?
2018.
Mm-hmm.
Was it 2018 or
2018.
2017?
2018, I think.
I worked there those years, but I don't know why. I don't remember.
Yeah.
That was a fun event.
But
We
yeah,
should
we're
do more
trying. I
events
mean,
like that.
what we like about Logan Street too. I mean, we just want to continue to like push that culture
Yeah.
because it's not as scary as people think. Like it's really approachable, and like if you have any sense of rhythm or if you ever played any sports, like shit's super easy. It's not that difficult.
Because y'all were doing dance like nights up there for a little bit before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we go to these events called congresses. They're weekend long events. The last one we went to was in New Orleans. Shit was lit. It was like Friday through Sunday. You get like, so New Orleans is already lit.
Yeah, New Orleans. That's my favorite city.
This is my favorite city. You do workshops, like all kinds of different styles of dance from like 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You get a break. You can go to
So y'all just dealers at home. Y'all been practicing too.
Oh, we practice. We
Y'all
put in the
been
work, too.
practicing. Okay.
Yeah. And then all the instructors perform at like, just for a couple hours at night. And then you social dance from like midnight to like 6 in the morning. So all night just dancing. You may dance with like 40 or 50 different people in one night. And like people from all over the world. It's like, it's
That's
euphoric. Like
amazing.
it's.
We gotta
it's
go to a
wild.
congress.
You have
I'll
to.
go.
Next
I'll
time you have to
totally
come
go.
with
Yeah,
us.
look,
Like,
Congress.
you gonna recreate
I need
like
to have
coming with
that
us.
in my skill. It says in the gentleman's handbook that you know how to dance. You should
You
not pull out a
should.
lot of different things. Not that just back that ass up shit. I'm talking
You
about.
really.
You gotta be able to dance like Josh and Paco way.
Yes.
For sure.
I remember I had an experience out when I lived in Italy, and like people were really dancing, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm gonna have to soup up and try. And I mean, like, it was a lot of fucking fun.
So
It was
much
my
fun.
first time ever kind of being in that environment,
Yeah.
and just being able to interact with people in a way that's a little bit more intimate, but yet everyone is still kind of like not intimate at the same
Yeah,
time, because
yeah.
I mean no one's really looking at it that deep.
So it's different. Like I actually had to bring this conversation up to like someone that I was dating at one point who was not familiar with like dance culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a difference between something being intimate and something being sexual. Like I can have an intimate moment with my mom. Like I can have an intimate moment with my aunt. Like I dance, I get to share that with them. And it doesn't mean, just because I'm dancing with different people, it doesn't mean that I'm like, yo, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
it's
You
not
tryna
like
fuck
that.
after this?
Yeah.
Like-
So it's I don't know, like you touching on intimacy.
That's a good way to split it. Like there's a difference between intimate
Yeah,
and
and
sexual.
that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
say, but you just said it so much better.
Yeah.
Like, yes, this is intimate, but it's not sexual,
Right, yeah.
and I can see where people.
And that's got to be a clip. That's
Clip,
fire.
sure.
I never thought about it like that. That's fire. I remember one time I walked into what's that club called? Marquis on 4th Street.
Marquis.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Don't bring that up, Marquis.
Hey, what the fuck was in there? They just swinging people around. I'm like, this motherfucker's going in
Did you went to
there.
Marquis?
Yes, dog.
Oh.
I should have brought a date. I should have brought somebody to dance
I
with.
did the same exact thing. I walked in there and I was like, what is this? I was like, I'm alone?
No, I needed a date. No, we should have known each other. We could have been each other's date. Damn. I was loaded that motherfucker. I ain't even want to just hop in because like they know what they really doing. Like ain't no one just hopping in right now.
Oh, Marquis. Marquis.
I probably would have had an easier time hopping in than you.
You know what you do? Like, girl.
I just didn't. I was like, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Because there was women out there really getting it. I'm like, I can't go out there next to them. They're over here fucking doing all types of cool
And the
shit.
man's doing it too. You
Yeah,
know,
like-
he got his ankle showing and his pants high up and they getting in no socks on. And they
Yeah.
loaded up like,
Marquis.
can't even smell like Armani cologne.
So did you? That was a good place for you all.
Oh
I
my
assume.
God.
Yeah.
That's how everything
the
started.
ultimate. Like,
Oh.
you know, it was up on the second floor.
That
so
was when
Yeah.
4th Street was like
Yeah.
still like.
Tango, Marquis.
yeah. Walking up those stairs, we're like, all right.
All right, boys.
You got to get lit.
Yeah, all right,
I may not
boys.
see y'all for the rest of the night. Like,
Good luck.
Good night. R.I.P. 4th Street.
Right, R.I.P. Fuck.
4th Street could have been a really cool thing for the city if it would have been done right.
It's localized.
You know, they come in and they're like, rent's gonna be $4,000. It's like, okay, cool.
But anything, now you know, anybody, if they do, because Lil Bud, I heard 4th Street just paid $30 million to get out their lease.
Yeah, Lil Buzz,
So,
we heard somebody
Lil
paid
Bud,
$30 million to get out of their lease.
Yeah.
We don't know if it's true or not, but if it is.
Y'all heard it here first. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
So,
heard it
who
here
else
first.
down? I just know somebody they said somebody downtown paid $30 million to get out their lease. And who else? Downtown.
To get out of the lease?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to
Is that
get
like
out of their lease.
Does that mean they signed like originally on a long term, like?
Yeah, I'm sure that they probably signed like a year lease because I mean like it's like a to my knowledge like a hospitality
I see.
conglomerate property owning group who probably pays rent to the city. I would assume
Does the city own?
they own the land.
Okay.
That would make sense. So yeah,
Interesting.
I would say the city owns the land and there's probably a company that operates the actual forestry.
Okay.
And they pay us rent to be here to operate. And so they probably signed a contract, but they've probably bought out of it from what we've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. If
That's
they
a
make
lot
that
of
shit
money.
localized,
We should just go squat it and be like, it's ours
It's
now.
ours
Because I've
now,
seen
yeah.
that work in other places.
we should
like,
everybody get
a building
turn
would
to
be
a market.
vacant.
Everybody
Dude,
a building would
Oh,
be vacant,
shit.
and they just go
Market.
squat that shit. And then once they squat it, they make the city vote on who should own it and operate it. And I've seen people who squat shit win that shit.
Dude, that was in other countries.
Can you
I
imagine
know,
if
but we could do it here.
4th Street was taken over by
Us,
people like us?
Come
Yeah.
on, babe.
dog.
Yo,
They
man.
make the most money they ever made.
And I'm thinking, if you think about
They
all
make the
the,
best
if you
money
think about all the
money
guests I done had on
ever.
this part of the podcast, I done had people from all over who would be like, just people like us.
Dog. It
It
would
would be a great little thing, bro. It would be so fire.
Everyone would come to
So
Louisville,
fire.
man. Everyone would want
Just
to
for
be
that.
here.
Just for that. It would be amazing, dude. We gotta take a shot.
Don't let them put a
Yeah.
for sale sign out that motherfucker, because I'm be like, everybody go squat 4th Street. Bring a tent. We ain't
go.
leaving for 2 weeks till they give us this motherfucker. I swear.
We've been having a good conversation. We coming into this last little sweet dig of a shot. You know, it's not even enough for
It'll be
our
enough. I'll
shots.
put a little bit in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot we drinking shit straight anyway. Yeah,
I know, you were like, pour some shots, and I was like, I mean,
well, I guess we gotta kill these glasses first before we take these shots. So, well, we take them. Finish the conversation. We take these shots on progression, man. How maybe in 20,
Cheers.
30 years,
Salud.
this city is a crazy motherfucker. We done turned it up. We done squatted 4th Street.
I hope so. God.
Damn.
It's been a great episode. It's been good talking with y'all motherfuckers, man. What else y'all got
Likewise.
coming up? I know you got these motherfucking, I don't even know if I'm supposed to speak on it. I could blur it out if I ain't. The shirts and the clothes up for the
Oh,
collab,
yeah.
Frank.
With Frank,
That shit
yeah.
fire.
It's called. You saw some of it.
Yeah, that shit fire.
We're hyped on that.
That
Well,
shit
you all
fire.
posted the new menu today.
Yeah.
I think Frank is a great artist. Like, I think he really developed a name for himself with the handwriting.
Yeah, that's
Like,
Yeah.
it's an iconic thing for him now. Like,
Definitely.
you see that, and you know who did it.
Frank been an icon though on the slip slide. Frank been the icon though. Frank been doing big shit.
No,
I know, but that's saying now that he got something like he like wrote it down, like
Definitely.
literally
Yeah.
wrote it down.
Shout out to Frank, man.
Frank is actually-
We've kicked it with him a lot. Like the creative, like development of this has been. We've put some time into it, so like I think it's reflecting into what he created. We got a bakery coming. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Y'all better.
At least the info. Let
Y'all
us
better
know.
know that bread. She's making 5 French toast with y'all bread. I remember
French-
we had some fire burgers with y'all buns. Like, did y'all make the bread for like Billy's?
We were, yeah.
Yeah, I remember I been there. We had some
Yeah.
bread from there, and that shit was gas.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all do y'all shit.
So the crazy thing about Diego is that he comes in like 6:30 every day, and he uses just a little oven we have in the range, like on the line. We don't have like a big convection oven, so this is gonna allow
He baking all day.
all day,
Like he really baking, y'all.
all day.
Shout out Diego.
He probably loves that shit too.
Loves it.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful.
Like, when was it? Like 3 weeks ago, I saw these eclairs on Instagram that were filled with like Boston cream, and he makes this cream called lechecilla.
In the donut.
Yeah, you had it.
He's like, yeah.
Literally the next day, I come in the next morning and he's like, "Yo, check these out. It's most beautiful fucking eclairs I've ever had. Like chocolate covered, filled with that Oaxacan cream."
Man, really is a shaman, man.
He's
He's
a guy.
That's dope. That's dope. Shout out Diego. I gotta beat this man. I probably
Yeah,
already
I'm
met him
saying
before.
too.
I think
We
maybe.
can have a
Maybe.
dinner party right here, all of us,
For sure.
because
Let's go hop in the big kitchen at Isaiah's where people can really get
oh
down.
yeah, we could do that too.
Where's that?
Isaiah's the Airbnb. This kitchen's crazy.
Our homie has an Airbnb and he has a very fabulous kitchen, and he loves nothing more than for people to come cook in it. And
When are
you'll
we renting that bitch
love it.
out, man? Fuck.
Like okay, so that's the thing. So if you all wanted to like rent out all the rooms and rent out the thing, like we.
It would be crazy
Big
party. We throw
They're cool.
parties.
They're cool with people throwing
Four.
parties like that.
Oh,
Yes.
we'd rather
4
that.
rooms, bathrooms, like
Oh.
it's like a staycation.
Steam showers.
Yo.
Staycation is
All
fun.
that shit. Big bathtubs.
Yeah.
It's the spot.
Paco.
In the
Yeah.
kitchen,
In the kitchen.
like 6 burner
People
range,
like cooking. The
2
kitchen is the
ovens,
highlight.
like it's
Big sinks.
it's a great time.
Two
So
dishwashers.
Two dishwashers.
yeah, like
That's
we can
key.
definitely make that happen
Yeah.
for sure.
Do something real nice.
Because you all
For
like
sure.
to actually party as you
Yeah.
cook, so that could just be
A whole salsa night.
whole salsa night.
Could be a weekend long event.
To Congress.
Hell yeah.
COVID Congress, right
COVID.
here.
A little small Congress.
What else, man?
Don't say that to us. Check for this weekend.
No, we said it on camera, so we have to honor it.
Yeah,
You're
that
supposed
shit
to
sounds
know.
lit. That
It's
sounds
coming.
We
lit.
can do that shit
Fire
in 2
food,
weeks.
fire music,
I'm
dance,
so
yeah.
down.
Yeah, we can get that
We
shit
keep
poppin',
our
man.
words.
Work hard, play hard. That's how we
Yeah,
roll
that's our
for
motto.
real.
Hell,
Hey,
we'll
same
post
shit.
we'll post a recap video.
Promote it for the next one.
Like Foko advertising. I think it's a plan.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
We
man.
just spoke that into
fuck with that a lot.
existence for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, that's hard. Besides that, you said you got the line coming. You said y'all got what else? You just said you had coming, the bakery.
The bakery.
Yeah, you got a spot for it already.
Yeah, it's in the market, just on the other side of the market. So
Like the party opening up now.
So it's right, you know that entrance on Logan Street? So it's between that entrance and where the Barefit, like, big garage window is.
Yeah.
That workout spot. We're gonna build 2, like, concession style windows. So it'll be like walk up, you can see the whole operation. You'll be able to get everything. Coffee, loaves, baguettes, sourdough, everything.
Hey.
That's gonna make it easier for y'all at Foko.
Yeah.
Like,
We won't have to be
man,
doing
we
so
ain't got
much.
the pastries here.
Yeah.
Man. You ain't got the coffee here, right there.
Check it out, that was
You
there.
can hit us both at the same day.
Yeah.
By the time you finish over here, they be ready. Get back, we ready. That's gonna be nice.
That would be really good.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be nice.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's dope. I
Like,
what y'all doing. I like that.
I honestly really didn't know the whole story behind everything, so to hear
Yeah.
it like come from you all right now, like that shit's amazing.
There's more. We
There's
didn't
so
dig.
much
We
more.
didn't dig deep this time, but next time for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
Thank you
We
for
gonna
the
get
invite. For
Yeah,
real, you
for
know,
sure.
like,
there. Yeah, this
you've
shit
been
was
like loyal customers. Like,
Dude, I
Definitely.
remember one time I said, Josh, we need a membership.
dope.
He said, I think we can make that happen.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I remember very specifically one morning dying on the couch, and you all delivered
Oh,
at that
y'all
point.
started delivering?
Y'all
boy?
started delivering.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sure.
I'd be like, call Foko.
Right now.
Chicken sandwich.
Right now.
Like, and then you just
I'm like, I don't know if I'm drunk, but this chicken sandwich was different.
No, because every time we're like, it's different, but it's so good. And I don't mind that. Like, I don't mind my chicken sandwich being different every time because it keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it keeps fire every time. I didn't know what the bread was going to be like. I'm like,
So, I mean, at the end of the day, there's only so many ingredients.
Yeah.
It's a chicken sandwich, so you got to do something similar.
Because I think at that point we were sending out like sometimes we were sending out like the little mini like hoagies.
Yeah.
Sometimes we were doing the sesame buns.
Yeah. They was both good.
All of it was good.
I would say my favorite one was on the cinnamon, the little small hoagie, but
Okay.
I don't know. It was my first one.
The first one.
It could be like just because it was my first one.
The first one hits different always.
Yeah,
The
I don't
first
know.
one
But then I had it again one time. I was like, oh, they brought it back. They brought it back.
The first one we ever had, we literally sat there and we were like,
And she didn't order it. She didn't want it. I just had to make it taste. I said, taste this.
she said, taste this. And I was like,
But she kept looking at my sandwich. I said, no, you got your food over there. Quit looking at my sandwich right now.
it was so, I'm so proud of you all.
Thank you.
Man. Hey, man, this
Appreciate
is the
y'all.
bottom of the bottle podcast. The bottle is done. We've been drinking on Fortaleza. You didn't tell them what this means? How you say it?
Fortaleza.
Fortaleza, it means
Fortitude.
Fortitude. You didn't say that earlier. Fortitude.
42.
Shout out to us for having fortitude. Shout out to Paco's little brother Diego for having fortitude. Shout out to Diego, the baker. The bakery
The
coming
shaman.
soon.
Baker's coming soon.
Shaman.
Baker
Shaman.
We'll meet you soon.
The baker shaman. Shout out to Chef Paco for feeding us and keeping me sustained during the pandemic. Shout out to Josh for serving us every day, being cool peoples, and fucking helping the city. He done took a stance with the
Sometimes Josh
shit.
was the only people we interacted with the whole week.
Sometimes Josh won't be open. I'm like, they're not open because they standing with the people. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
support, man.
They support
Yeah.
the people. So shout out, we ain't speak on that. Shout out to y'all for standing with the people and doing the right thing. Y'all appreciate that. Like, y'all really are right here with
With the
everybody.
shit.
We're with it, man.
Yeah. We all on the same boat. Like, the same
Same-
ocean.
same
maybe different
boat.
boats, but
Same boat. Our
Yeah.
people are fucking out here in cages
yeah,
still
like,
too. So
that
like,
shit's fucked up.
I wanted to go there, but I didn't want her to
Yeah.
go there. But since you went there,
Yeah, that's
fuck
fucked up
that.
too. Y'all people really look at the videos because there's evidence. Don't like argue with me and be like, oh, it's not happening. It's literally happening. It's factual. It's not like
Fuck a wall.
there's a lot of kids missing. There's a lot of parents missing their kids. These kids will never be the same. These people will never be the same. Look it up. Google it. It's right there.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. Love the people around you. Love the
the
world.
neighbors, man.
Because you feel me? Without your neighbors, you ain't got
Y'all
nobody.
are the most neighborly people I know. I feel like,
man.
for real. Like,
We love our neighbors, man.
Yeah.
like y'all some neighborly ass humans,
Yeah, man.
and I respect
But
that.
it's been a great episode. It's a Bottle on the Bottle podcast. I don't even know how long we ran, but it's been a great episode. I'm feeling the liquor. Shout out to Chef Paco. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Jigg. Shout out to Spencer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Foko. Shout out.
Go to
everybody.
Foko Logan Street Market. What are your hours? Let them know.
9 to 3. Tuesday and Friday night taco night. Till
Taco
9.
night. So you're open until 9 on Tuesdays and Fridays?
Yep.
And they're lit in there too.
You're different.
Go to Foko before y'all go to
So
Indiana.
Tuesday and Friday, y'all
On
should
Friday.
y'all should go to Logan Street at 8, drink and eat tacos the whole time until 9, and then go out.
And then go to Indiana.
Oh,
Because we know
stay
that's
tuned.
where
We
y'all
got
are going.
a special Taco Tuesday coming soon.
Okay.
What? What'd you say?
Yeah, special Taco Tuesday.
Ooh, special Taco Tuesday.
I forgot to say about our taco cart.
Oh, bring it up. We got time.
I
We
need
got
a taco
time.
card.
I need to put that shit in low. She was like, where the
Where
taco
was
truck
the
out
taco
here?
card in March?
I know, right? I know, right?
Speak on that. Speak on that. We got time. There's plenty
So
of
we
footage.
got it's called Tacos al Pastor. So vertical broiling.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Yeah, talk on this.
So we're bringing like that street taco vibe to the city. I don't think there's anyone doing it in the city, so
From the spit to the taco.
So where y'all from the spit?
We're gonna try to perfect that technique from Mexico, like where you like really like get the pineapple from the tap and you
Oh,
catch
I
it
seen
with
that
your
on
taco.
Instagram.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I
it
seen it on
like
Instagram.
drips onto the pork?
Yeah.
I seen that. I seen that. Like I be that's what I watch on Instagram, bro. I be in the studio watching food videos on Instagram, seeing shit like that. That shit look fire.
So we gotta meet
We gotta
Preferina.
practice.
So when that coming up?
That should be here within a month.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
we'll
we
be
got-
popping around different places in the city, so
Man,
just stay tuned on our
you gotta let
Instagram,
us know.
Facebook.
You gotta
Yeah,
let us know. We'll post that shit. We'll be at every one.
but
Especially like if it's like this exclusive, like you don't get it today, you might not have it for a week or so.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly how it's gonna be.
That shit gonna hit. That shit gonna hit.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Y'all got a name for it or anything?
Not yet. It'll just be Foko Tacos al Pastor right now, but
We
That's
need
my
that
favorite
shit
taco.
so hard.
it is.
Al
Damn.
pastor, that's my favorite taco. That shit.
I'll be like
fire.
catching the bite for real.
Oh my gosh.
And you get the show with it, man.
Catch it. Yeah.
People might be asking for
You
that
got a
at
cool
parties. Like,
So wait,
Hey.
you said y'all are getting a truck. You said,
Cart. So
A
we're getting
cart.
a cart built, so we can just pop up.
pop up.
dog. See,
Pop
like
up.
that is one thing that we are missing for sure. Is just like
Yeah.
walking down the street.
You been to LA,
Here's
right?
some fucking
I had
food
little
right
dogs.
here on the street.
Every
Everything.
corner.
You got the dogs. You got the little fruit salads. You got the
Yeah.
elotes. The corn on the
Yeah,
cob.
y'all missing that. I hope, and it sounds to say this, I hope that people see y'all do, and I hope people bite that shit and put it all over the city.
Me too.
And people start
Well,
hustling.
what you were saying earlier about like the food trucks and it being so hard right now, I think that's one of our big hopes too. That like it kind of opens the door for everyone to just be like, "Yo, let's fucking do it here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I hope happens. I'm glad you brought that full circle because that shit's needed. That shit's
need it.
needed, bro. That shit's
But do
needed.
y'all not think that there's like, have y'all looked into doing it on the street yet? Like, is there might be
We're,
a reason as to why that's not allowed?
We're just gonna do it until someone says we can't.
No,
Hey.
I hear you. No, I
I
hear
don't
you
know. I don't
100%.
know
But
about-
I'm just
I like
wondering
that personality
if, like,
of Josh.
people have
Like-
tried to do this and like it's not allowed for some reason
Yeah.
because Louisville's petty like that. Like Louisville really
Right.
is
If you
petty
don't know,
like that.
Louisville has the third most restaurants compared to density of city behind New York and LA. So the restaurants hold a big stake, but like I'm saying, I ain't gonna have no problem because man,
I
it'll be
don't-
easy and it's needed. But
I
like,
want it to happen.
that
I'm just
shit.
wondering
I just
if
don't
it's
want-
not happening because of a reason.
no, it's not happening because people
Come
don't know about
on.
that shit. They ain't, but that shit, they ahead of the game. You might even blur this out unless they get this shit popping. They ahead of the game on some shit. That shit gonna be
Yeah.
fire. They
I
ahead of-
agree. I just hope it's not.
Come on.
Nah, it
You're
ain't.
just
think-
putting like
well-
pineapple and like a work on a taco.
But
Yeah.
what
No,
I'm saying,
we're just-
not that at all. I would just wonder if like the city is petty about that.
I don't know. Who knows?
There's a hot guy.
This city.
Hot guy like down in Norton's. Like,
Yeah,
would always be
people
showing
do
up.
it.
Well,
People,
there-
this
yeah.
carts is different than the trucks too. Carts is different than the
Well,
truck.
he was like in a little cart. He was
Yeah,
like,
it's the same
pulling
thing. Like I have in a cart is way
cart.
different than a truck.
I just think
There
about.
is other worse things happening.
There's
in
a
the
dude that
city.
posts up at 4th Street.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just wondering if, like, I didn't have to discredit what your idea
No, it's-
at all.
Nah, it's gonna be fire.
It's just like you just don't see it, so I'm just like, is it like not allowed? But
Yeah.
No, I think
think-
it's allowed. I just people don't do it because
Okay.
the
Well,
hot dog
fuck
man is
yeah,
out
then,
there
yeah.
every day with his car.
Exactly.
okay,
It's different
I've
with a
never
truck.
seen one.
So it's different with a truck because the trucks are like got a stage put and they're parking outside. And there's a restaurant everywhere in Louisville,
Uh-huh.
so trucks can't pop up. But like with the tacos and you a lot of new cars and that shit just like whoop, like that shit's gonna
Yeah.
be fire and it's gonna be elusive. But then like people was doing that shit. People was doing shit like my taco man. He was doing that shit 4 days a week. They talking 1 day a week. That shit gonna be gas. I'm ready
Do
for
you
that.
all know the guy that's been doing the burrito tacos who apparently sells out like every day before 2
We don't know him, but
o'clock?
we've seen
Yeah?
it.
Have you had it?
Nah,
Ah.
we haven't. They have them at El Molcajete now.
Do they
They have the
really?
birria tacos. Yeah,
Ooh.
They're pretty good.
Yeah,
That's
I had the
nice.
one-
it's hot right now.
It is hot. It's a
birria,
hot thing right now.
Yeah.
Somebody
Because
else
of Instagram,
takes.
dog.
Yeah.
Because
It's
of
fire.
Instagram,
It looks so
bro.
beautiful
It
when you
looks
see
like
tacos
a fire.
dipping into
They
the-
dip that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Instagram got the shit going up. We had some that agave and rye. They didn't hit. They didn't hit.
How do y'all feel about agave and rye?
It's not tacos.
Nah.
It's not tacos.
Their elote is fire.
Is it good? Okay.
Their elote is fire.
Elote is good.
So when we go, we get drinks and elote because like they really do have like a really good patio ambiance. I would say, like it's one of the few patios that are open for lunch right now
Ain't
too.
nothing worth it though. The price is like, and we went there 2-3 times. I don't think we ain't no Gave or Rod goers. Like the food ain't the best. The Lotte fire, but everything overpriced. They paying for that patio though. That patio fire.
Yeah.
I only go there because I want to sit outside.
Yeah, like.
And the elote is not bad.
So we ain't hungry. We just
But
going.
okay, I tell you, I went to school with the girl whose parents own that, so I go there a lot. But they've never had birria tacos until apparently now. So we gotta go
You
get
gotta try it. It's good.
Shout
I
out
want
to
to try
Maria, if she
Chef
sees it.
Paco
You know Maria?
Maria tacos.
You know-
Yeah, I know Maria. Yeah.
I went to Maria.
Shout out Maria. What's
Shout out
up?
to Maria.
Oh, you know how I make them?
She's
You know how I make
good
the Maria
people.
tacos?
I'm gonna make the best tacos you ever had, for real. Like I've been like, for me to taste my mom used to take me to like the mercados, the markets, like the dip, like Mexico City, and like I know how to taste. Like, and for me to taste to like make something that is not as that level, it's just like.
And you got a culinary background, so you know how to get it.
And you talk
You know how
about
to
like
get that shit. That's
true
dope.
craftsmanship. Like this is when was it? Last week I was listening to Paco talk about how him and his mom would. I mean, you can tell the story about the corn, man. Like how you all would grow that shit from the ground up and make your tortillas fresh from the fucking corn, dude. Like it's.
So when I asked
It's wild,
you,
right?
said, was you cooking for my child? He said, no, I wasn't just cooking. He said no, but he wasn't just cooking.
He was making
farming.
tortillas from
He
the
I was
corn.
farming, man.
straight farming.
But then I was like fucking scared. Like my mom, like after that, my mom will take me to like she used to like sell like little stuff in like the school. Like she would like sell like flags of Mexico on September 15. But when she took me to like buy all the Prada, like she would take me and buy me like the best tacos
Okay.
of Mexico City, and like she will have me like sit down and eat my tacos. So like I got respect for tacos, man. Like
So she like made you enjoy it.
no,
Like,
man,
she let
like
you know.
my
So what's
mom.
the
I
best
love,
tacos in
I
the
love my
city?
mom. Like I love my mom.
She gave you that palate that made you great.
That palate, man. Like I don't know how to make bad food. Like I have to make good food that tastes fucking good.
I don't know
Like,
how to make bad food.
like, I mean, if I make bad food, I'm just like, it doesn't taste like the tacos that my mother bought me when I was like fucking like sit down and while she was like buying stuff. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
love for my mom, for
Yeah,
real.
shout out.
My dad,
Oh,
my brother, Josh. I'm just like grateful for real. Like,
Oh.
I've been feeling this way. Like,
Yeah, life is good. Like even though we stuck in the
Yeah.
pandemic, life is great for real. Like, and I see the city. Everybody, I'm glad. Like, seeing there's so many people to interview because I see so many people doing their damn thing. Like,
yeah, true.
I'm like, who the fuck to talk to? Because like I'm looking at everywhere and like everybody's fucking doing their fucking thing. Like, and that's just a good ass thing to see. Like I love that shit. I love to see people working and especially y'all working and got a purpose and it's just like y'all know what matters and shit. Y'all know what matters. Y'all trying to build something, build a culture. I didn't even know y'all behind the salsa nights and y'all was doing that shit.
For sure,
That's
man.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
We definitely gotta get a salsa little you did go with some food at the.
We're making burrito tacos and salsa in the backyard.
Colored Congress.
Yes.
Burrito, tacos, salsa.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Let's go.
So, what's y'all's favorite Mexican restaurant in the city?
Foko.
Fuck.
Obviously.
It is that. It is my favorite.
Yes.
My second favorite is Las Gorditas. I'm not gonna
I'm
lie.
asking them though, the most authentic. Like,
Shit.
what do you?
I mean, authentic be like Las Gorditas. The most best authentic be Foko, for real.
Yeah.
I like La Mexicana in front on Preston Highway in front of the supermercado. Y'all know the big grocery, the big Mexican grocery store?
Nah, I don't know.
You
Beef
on
Preferita.
Preston?
Is it bigger than Beef Preferita?
On Preston? you said?
Está más grande que la
A
preferida.
lot of people hate their tortillas.
The preferida.
They taste sweet. Like my mom's tortillas didn't taste sweet. Like they fucking sweet as fuck. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why don't they sweet? I like how they wrap the tortillas or tacos, but
I like that they're small, like street style
Okay.
small tacos. Like 2 bites and you're good.
Where is this at, you said?
On Preston Highway in front of the supermarket, the Mexican
Okay.
supermarket.
I've never seen
It's like right up. Like
Preston
right
Y'all
here.
know where La Tropicana is?
Yeah, it's right up the street.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
like-
the one Drop talking about there.
Yeah.
Drop said that food fire.
It's good there
Yeah.
too. They have their truck on weekends only, and it's fire.
It's
They have
good.
pastor there too.
Whew.
you will not be disappointed.
No.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
no.
Yeah.
It's the weekend
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. It's tomorrow's Friday.
Tomorrow, I got so many places to go this week. We gotta go to Barbados. We gotta go to goddamn Mexican trucks.
No, I love all of it. But y'all like El Molcajete too, you said?
Oh.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably where I go the most because it's close.
Yeah, it is.
The
close.
micheladas.
Oh, the micheladas.
Get a michelada. Best michelada.
I never drink micheladas.
No.
No.
Where is your best michelada?
I like the michelada at La Loma in Clarksville.
Okay.
It's
I
fire.
like it with tomato.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the tomato juice and like chili
Spencer's
powder.
like that
hot
tomato
sauce.
tequila life. That's me.
Y'all got
That's
vegan
me.
stuff? You ever had Foko?
Nah, because I don't know. I haven't been to Logan Street too much, like since all the COVID stuff.
Dog, you
They
live
got
right
vegan
there.
options.
Uh-huh.
I do live
Oh,
right
they got
You
vegan
live
options.
right-
there.
We can make you vegan tacos, vegan enchiladas.
Y'all have cactus.
Vegan
don't you?
chilaquiles.
We had cactus.
No.
You said you got vegan chilaquiles?
Vegan chilaquiles. We should get cactus again.
Yeah,
Like,
cactus is a good veggie.
I
sure.
fucked with it.
Yeah.
I thought
This
it
is
was
the
really
second
good.
time somebody asked me about cactus, and I'm
Cactus.
like, I'm feeling it. Cactus
I
needs to
liked
come
the
back.
cactus a lot. I did. I can understand with COVID, it's probably difficult to acquire, but
It's
Nothing is difficult,
Is
Hey,
man.
that-
I always got cactus at the supermarkets. I've
yeah.
never not
Really?
seen cactus. What's that other chayote?
The chayote. You like chayote?
Because I grew up, it's a Jamaican thing too, so we
Really?
call it chocho.
Oh,
So
shit.
it was till like probably 2 years ago I realized like, oh, chayote is the same thing as chocho. Like,
Damn.
what,
Chocho.
because it's
Okay.
not that different from like zucchini,
Nah.
but it's better.
chayote?
No, cactus.
Oh, cactus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cactus is fire.
Like
The texture,
like
I love the
for
texture,
us,
yeah.
like zucchini. If you ever want to eat cactus, it's very close to zucchini, but it's better.
Have
It
you,
has
sure.
more
you
flavor.
ever watched
Yeah.
this called The Final Table on Netflix?
Yeah.
They had the one video they had to make the cactus. That show was fire.
It is.
Like, let me come on to season
Yeah.
2 because that show was fucking fire.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that shit was fire. But I watched it and I was like, you motherfuckers is cold with it. Yeah, I
Cactus
like
is just a little labor intensive too.
Mm.
Just because you gotta like, well, I mean, I know Paco doesn't care because he refuses to take any shortcuts. No shortcuts,
fuck
never
with that.
like.
feel you.
We could
I fuck with that.
like,
Cactus can be relaxing. Like I'm just like fuck, like cleaning all my fucking bad thoughts. Like,
It's like a once a month thing. You can't,
Yeah,
you can't
like-
do it, have it on the menu.
Just have a special
Meditating.
for the cactus.
cactus are coming back.
all right,
I love that.
Man, I
Yeah.
love cactus. Like I grew up with cactus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like my mom will tell you, like, I got a very good memories with cactus. So you know,
A lot of people don't think about eating cactus, I feel like, but you can eat cactus.
cactus is for not weird but different people. Like people that wants to think different and the people that wants to like think about like, man, I'm just trying something new.
Adventure.
Plus, cactus are healthy.
Yeah.
They're something Mexican that we're trying to like be like taken from Chinese people. And I mean, I feel like I can be a cactus. I'm just like, I feel like cactus represents myself.
You got a cactus tattoo, don't you?
I do.
I love that. Cactus are very,
Ah, shit. A big ass cactus.
they're very
tattoo.
strong plants.
Yeah.
They're very strong plants.
They are a strong player. Like when I'm being out in LA and I'm seeing like, I was just thinking this cactus is like the ones we have in our house and like cactus I see on TV. But the
Word.
cactuses in LA being like tallest trees, I'm like, these motherfuckers is huge.
Yeah.
Like,
They thrive in the desert.
Cactus can survive of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's dope. I'm excited to bring that back. Bring back that lamb quesadilla. I was mad. I was like, I was gonna tell you about the way quesadilla.
And put that burger on the menu. But I know
the
beef
burger.
the beef
There's
is
so many
probably-
specials y'all done had that probably can't even make all that in just such a small space.
We've been talking about doing like a burger night. It might come back.
I would be there.
Hell yeah.
If not every week,
Did y'all like the burger?
Oh yeah,
It was
that
so
I had on
good.
last day too.
I wish because you did a torta or what? How did you do that with the bread?
It was a tortilla. Like just kind of like,
Something a little
fried.
thicker.
yeah.
But I like the consistency of the friedness of it. So I don't know how
Yeah.
you do that, but
It was
That
thin.
shit
that shit
Yeah.
is so.
The tortilla
fucking
could be a
good.
little bit thicker.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But like, if that's what that is, that because like I was like, I'd love the flavor of this. I just wanted it because like it kind of just like broke apart a little bit. But
Right.
even after it broke apart, though, I was just piecing it together.
And we had a dumbass idea to split one. We got a split one and got something else. And then we just
it
like,
was just
oh, this wasn't enough.
yeah.
Oh, so
It was
good.
really good though.
Yo, shout out to Nick. Nick came up with that idea.
Fucking Nick, man.
Isn't it?
Nick is our sous chef.
Okay.
Yeah. We had been talking about, so that burger was called Tlayudesa. Tlayuda is like a Oaxacan street style food. It's corn based. It's like a big, like chewy tostada. So that was the idea with the bun part of it. So we called it Tlayudesa. Like hamburger is hamburguesa. And we had been talking about Tlayudesas because we had watched this. What was it called? Paco, was it Chef's Table?
It's street food.
Street food on Netflix. Have you seen it? So the woman that makes tlayudas in the show is Diego's neighbor in Mexico, in Oaxaca. So we were talking about that like 2 weeks prior to like making that hamburger, and it was like meant to be, man. It just worked out.
Damn.
It was wild.
That's wild. Chef Table. I just watched I watched the whole Chef Table. What show did you say?
What? It was street food, right, Paco?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, street food.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that. The world is so small, honestly.
So small, man. Shout out to Foko. We don't eat no El No Paul around here. I'm just playing. I ain't starting no restaurant beef. But we don't eat no El No Paul.
We don't
here.
even know.
We don't eat Foko, man. It's been a great episode. I don't know what time it is, but we at the bottom of the bottle. The cup's over. It's been a great episode. We eating Foko tomorrow. Whenever y'all come with the Baracha tacos, y'all better send me a text, man.
Berea
tacos.
tacos.
Berea, how you say it? I say it wrong every time. I said Baracha.
Oh, Baracha.
I don't know what that is.
I like that name.
We got the
Baracha.
B. We can call it that. Yeah.
That would be like a
Baracha
staple.
tacos.
That would be a staple for real. Man, I like to be different. I don't want to
Yo,
like
but for real though,
tequila on it.
story on
mayonnaise.
birria tacos. real quick. The last time I went to Mexico, so my uncle is like, he has a corner store, and he has like a little wood fire oven outside of his corner store. But he also has a farm where he has animals and horses, and like that region of Mexico, people that work in like the fields, they drink mezcal in the morning with their coffee. So I pull up to his corner store one day because like all my family lives on the same block, and I pull up to his corner store one day and I'm like, well, "What's up, Theo? What you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm about to go get to the market to like source all my vegetables and fruits." And he's like, "You want a little piquete? Like a little touch?" I was like, touch of what? He was like, mezcal. And I was like, dude, it's 8 a.m. And he's like, "Don't worry, man, drink it with your coffee." So we go, he pours like a third of a glass. He's like, "Yeah, just take it with you." So we're driving to the market, and we have the birria tacos like after we source all those vegetables. And it could be, like, borracho means drunk. So we were lit.
Baracha?
That could be it.
It is a word. I don't know what it means.
I think y'all did something.
Right.
I'm here for it.
Baracha to the drunk tacos.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm drunk, that's what I want is some birria
But it's like
Tacos,
the taco is drunk because you dipping it in the liquid.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
The
It is,
taco is drunk.
technically,
You
yeah.
just saucing it up, sauced up. You just admitted something right there.
Watch out.
Cheers to that. I got a little
I
bit
don't
of
even think y'all have anything left. But
Right.
action, I
It
guess.
is action. It's the bottom of the bottle podcast. Shout out to all y'all. It's Foko over everything. And we got the homies. I need all that clothes when they drop. And shout out to Jigg for being right here. Shout out to Spencer for holding us down with his broken ankle. Tell Spencer to get a treadmill, get a gym membership. He tried to skateboard last time, broke his wrist. Now he's walking with a sprained ankle. Tell Spencer to get a gym membership.
I got one.
You try to work out with the earth. You keep hurting yourself. It's the bottom of the bottle podcast. We out here, yada that baseball bat.
Bye.
Bye.